Alright, YouTube. Today we're going to be playing Mars, Hela's Basin region. Map description reads, grab a buddy and travel through the Martian dust storm. Fight like hell, find all secrets, co-op, beta testing 1.1. And I'm joined today by Friendly Fire 25, also known as the author of the fantastic map Revenant Uprising, which I recommend you go out and play. And let's take a look at this map here. So this is a map by ThePhobosAnomaly, also known as Fuzzy Moogle. And you know what? I don't know much about ThePhobosAnomaly other than Dark Sniper likes to work with him on projects and collab and stuff. But I've never really played many PhobosAnomaly maps. However, what is funny is I am familiar with Fuzzy Moogle because I watched a YouTube video once of another of Ultra Zangief playing my map Aliens on multiplayer. And one of the people that joined in on that map, and it got to be like a pretty big party of like 4 people playing my map, and one of those people was Fuzzy Moogle. And there's actually this video out there where they blast their way through my map, and I always thought it was pretty good time. And yeah, so but I remember Fuzzy Moogle being among that group that went in there and save the colonists, let's say. But so this is the first time I'm playing one of his maps, Mars, Hela's Basin region. And now this is a recommendation I got on YouTube, and the other recommendation I got was for Deimos. But here's sort of the problem, is when I look at Deimos, I see Deimos entryway update 2.0, I see Deimos Argent Nightmare, I see Deimos Hell Followed, I see Deimos Entryway Update 3. So like there's all these Deimos maps, and I'm happy to play them, but I need to know sort of specifically which one. So that that's just kind of generally why I asked for a map ID. But anyway, this is going to be Mars, Hela's Basin Region 1 by PhobosAnomaly, and co-op, thankfully, and I'm excited. Let's go ahead and play this here. And it looks like, once again, I don't have the bandwidth, so you're going to have to be hosting here, Friendly Fire.
Well, JRcrash, it looks like you might be well to invest in some better internet.
You know what? Comcast can go screw themselves because I've given them enough of my money.
You just gotta call them up, that's all.
I just gotta call them up and complain.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, shit, we can't keep squeezing this guy.
Yeah, okay. It's like dealing with the mafia, right? Well, if that's what I gotta do, then that's what I gotta do.
That's just what I've heard. I hope it's not true, but...
No, I've heard that too, so it might very well be the case. I can imagine some messed up company like Comcast just having a policy where like, well, we're too incompetent to actually give people good internet, so don't proactively do anything right unless people call up and complain, and then you go ahead and fix it. So
I don't think it's the evil aspect. I think it's more just
No, I didn't say evil. I said incompetent.
Well, I mean, I think what they're
I don't think
doing,
it's anything
though,
sinister, but
I think what it is it sounds nice to offer like a certain like up speed and download speed and all that stuff. But I think that they try to spread the wealth so they'll like lower it so they don't have to output as much, and most people don't notice.
Alright, we're loading up. Mars, Hela's Basin region. Interesting how he used the squares on the Mars.
Oh shit.
Alright, oh, go grab that. Oh, what do we got here? The Martian landscape is littered with demons. Keep pushing until you reach command control. Alright, straightforward running gun. I love it.
I don't see any guns, do you?
I've got plenty of guns actually.
Oh yeah, actually.
The landscape.
Okay, so you already have them.
Oh, he keeps repeating the intro there. That's interesting. Is it just like a... Huh. Okay. I don't know why he said it twice, but... Alright, are you geared up? Do you have the... There's a siphon grenade here and there's a regular grenade. You got what you want?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
I like just the regular grenade. Alright, let's go.
I have a
Airlock
siphon grenade,
control.
but I'm gonna... Oh, I didn't want that one. Here we go. Alright, ready to shoot whatever's gonna run through here.
Oh, wow.
Grenade.
Check out this geo. Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is intense. Holy crap. What did that say? I didn't catch it.
Oh, I didn't see it either.
I know, I'm so distracted by all the geo and all the action.
It's hard to catch those clips, like... It almost has to be like a dull moment in the game to like send a text, because...
I know, I don't like it when they do that in the middle of like some action sequence. I guess I found a secret. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Yeah, and especially like a lot of those text transmissions, they go so quickly, like you barely have time to read them. And if you're like me and you're like making a YouTube video, you like to like sort of read them out loud, you know? And you almost never have time. What the hell? There's like an invisible wall here.
I know, I was looking at that. There was like a guy I was trying to shoot. Yeah, you were trying to shoot the same guy I was.
Yeah. What's going
But
on with
he's
this
safe.
invisible wall here?
We gotta open a door or something, I bet.
Wow. Well, I have to say, this geo is like pretty kick-ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely getting some cool vibes from it. And there's a revenant up here. Let's shoot this guy. Oop. Down he goes.
Oh, you got him already?
Oh yeah.
You took a super shotgun to him, huh?
I mean, I know that we just finished playing Rocket League a little while ago, so you think I probably suck at life, but I'm actually not that bad at Doom.
Oh, come on. The humbling thing's just for that game.
Okay.
So wait, I see something up here.
Okay, it says security grid Overwatch. Oh, here we go.
Alright, I'm gonna press it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, so you should
Walls
shut down
down.
the barrier. Oh my god, there's even more geo. Oh, this is insane. Look at this. Holy cow, this is freaking nuts. And I am running
goddamn it.
way low on ammo. This is not good.
I was sitting around looking at the geo and then I got hit.
I know, this is... Okay, I gotta double back and find some ammo, because, like, I'm really low.
Alright, took him out. Oh shit, where are you? There you are.
Oh, I can grab this, apparently. Oh, we never even went up the other staircase.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff over there, huh?
Yeah. I just noticed I have 150 armor.
I only have 100 health. What's your health?
100.
So
And I
just
got the,
armor's a little higher.
oh, micro missile mod, nice. Oh man, this is some trippy geo, I love it.
No, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is pretty kick-ass.
It's definitely got that I'm on Mars right now feel, you know?
Yeah, we are on Mars and shit has gone wrong.
Turns out there are things that live here and we need to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, we're gonna take out this guy right now. There we go. Oh, there's another one right here. Fuck.
Oh yeah, he's right there. So apparently this map has a bunch of secrets, so maybe we should take a little bit of time and just sort of look around for whatever secrets might be hidden.
Oh, I love secrets.
Yeah, well, they said it. He said at the beginning of the map that there were secrets, so let's not just sort of blast through as fast as possible, and let's take just sort of a minute to look around for secrets.
No, you should always take a look around, find a better gun. You know, I've never really been a big run and push. I've always been
I've always been more of a take your time, and especially with a map like this where there's just such beautiful geo, like there's no reason to rush.
Yeah. Oh, I can't jump over that, can I? Nope. Damn it.
Yeah, alright, I got up here. Oh, I found one secret here. I don't know what it did for me. I found the Doom doll.
Maybe it opened a secret realm.
That'd be cool. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Found another secret. And once again, I don't know what it did for me. It just says Mars Hellas Basin region. Looks like we got some invisible walls here. Nope, well, that's the end of that. I guess we're ready to press on. God, this is some awesome geo, though. Such a striking atmosphere he's painted here.
But I think we might have found everything we're gonna find, though.
It definitely looks like hell has sort of just crash landed on a Mars facility. All these like hell bricks and things sort of floating around.
Yeah. No, it's badass. Alright, let's go down this hallway. Grenade.
Alright, grenade out. No, looks like we both threw one. Oh wow, this is some close quarters. Intense combat here.
Why, hello, Revenant.
Oh dang, I'm low on ammo. Oh wow, this atmosphere is nuts. Oh god, I love how you can just see the silhouette walking through the hallway.
I'm gonna throw a grenade down there.
That's beautiful.
Oh shit, didn't realize they were right there.
Oh. It is really dark though, it's very hard to see. Wow. This is really some beautiful geo here. I can't state that enough.
No, I see lots of little decorations. I like it.
Oh, shit. I don't know why I just threw a grenade. I keep forgetting I have all these weapons. Jeez. What weapons do you have? Do you have the super shotgun and the sniper rifle and all those other ones?
Yeah, I hardly use my super shotgun though. I'm saving that for someone.
Oh, there's a Gauss cannon right here.
I'm gonna save my super shotgun for somebody special I think might be coming.
Oh, I see. Saving it for your true love, huh?
Yeah, some bear and I want them all. I'm all
Summoner. Oh.
That's just as good
Is he
as a
dead?
Baron in my book. Oh, I unloaded on him.
Oh shit, what the hell? His animation kept going. That's kind of strange.
You know how I said I was saving my super shotgun? That's what I was saving it for.
Oh, okay. Some big bad thing.
Something that I wanted to just make disappear real quick.
I gotcha. Yeah, wow, this is some serious atmosphere right here. Now I can say it don't get much better than this as far as atmosphere.
No, it's cool. Oh yeah, they got the fat guy hanging in the corner too. Nice.
They got all kinds of stuff going on, man. This is beautiful. This is one of those things where like somebody who doesn't play Snapmap at all wouldn't appreciate any of the stuff that he did here. They would just like run through and get killed and like say the map sucks and quit. You know? But
no, it's definitely worth taking a look at and being like, yeah, some time.
Yeah,
it looks
it's
cool.
So much atmosphere going on here. It actually it kind of has like an Aliens vibe, the way like the lights are flashing and it's all dark. It is.
I don't know if Aliens is flashing this much, but
no, not quite this much, but it definitely is building some tension right now because like I'm just anticipating the next encounter.
I'm ready to meet somebody head on. I got my super shotgun out, ready to roll.
Transport Junction 2. Wow, this is insane. I've got to say, this is probably some of the best custom geo I've seen in Snapmap.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, as far as delivering, like, an atmosphere, this is, like, top tier. Without a doubt.
Alright, what are we supposed to do now, anyway?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, what are we, what are we supposed to be doing here? I feel like a point of interest icon would be helpful at this point.
Yeah, alright, I'm running back to the beginning.
Well, there's nothing there, but...
I know. So... shit. Alright,
Well, let's just circle back. I'm sure we'll find something.
So what happened? We pushed a button when we went into that cave. Did that, like, make something in here work?
I do not know. I think maybe we need to go back into the place we just ran out of. So let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I hear some zombies.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so we ran out from this way. And let me explore this area a little bit. I don't want to give up on any secrets. I know there's secrets here. I don't know why I keep saying that. Hella's Transport Junction 2.
Oh, I ran into the building again. I'm taking a look around. Making sure we didn't... There's nothing not seen.
Oh. Oh, I saved your life.
No, thank you.
That zombie would have given you a slapping.
Oh shit, there's still a revenant over here.
I got him. I pulled out his battery pack. Hey, there's some, I dropped some loot if you want some. You good?
Oh, I'm helping myself right now.
God.
Alright.
This is this geo here is like so claustrophobic, but it's so good at the same time.
Ooh, I think it's time for me to pull out my super shotgun.
Oh, I got him. Oh, mankybus.
Yeah, eat your own stomach.
Yum, 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 yum. Well, The funny thing is, like, when I make Geo, I always try to make it like big and open, because like I'm a big fan of the original Halo and the big open atmosphere that had. But I kind of like how like tight and claustrophobic this looks.
Oh wow, there's Baron out there.
Oh well, I got something for him.
Super shotgun, right?
Gauze cannon.
Oh fuck.
There's 2 Barons. Oh, you're down. Shit. Okay, hold on.
I don't even know what got me. Somebody must have had a crack shot. Must have been one of those like Hellraisers or something. Oh sweet, some health.
Oh wow. There's another Baron here.
Nice.
Oh, I got him, yeah. Got him good. Oh, look at these. There's like these cannons here. Oh god, this is insanely awesome.
Oh, what was that?
Just a zombie. Do you need health? There's a couple of health packs over here.
Oh, I need armor.
Yeah, so do I. Oh, there's some... How much armor do you need? I've got 3.
I got as much as I can carry.
Oh, okay.
I just found a mega health, so I'm doing a lot better, you know.
I hear they. Yeah, this is one of the few times I've actually seen the filter used to good effect. As far as making it like all orange and burnt looking, you know? Like most of the time when people use filters on their modules, like they just do it for stupid reasons. But in this one it actually really does enhance the atmosphere a lot.
Well, it's also just setting, you know, like the tone for the map too.
Exactly, because you really do feel like you're on Mars here. And I feel like the map is so huge right now. Like I don't feel like I'm in a little grid room or anything. Like, yeah, this is awesome.
No, this is pretty cool.
I think this is probably here for a reason. There must be a secret here. No? I feel like you put this block here for some reason. There must be something we can get. Maybe not.
Oh.
Alright, I guess we should just press forward. I think I'm at the door where we need to go through. You want to come meet me up?
Yeah, sure. I was just looking at like this
God,
little
I really
over
love
here.
those. I really love those gun turrets that are just sort of hanging down off the ceiling out there. That looks so freaking cool.
Oh yeah. Good thing they weren't aimed at us.
Oh god, yeah, no kidding. Hey, I found a UAC crate.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I guess I got all the armor out of it. Oh, summoner.
So when you put a summoner in your map, Jordan,
Yeah.
is it like just with the demons?
So there's this map you can get, and actually there's a few others that you basically, somebody managed to like hack the code or whatever, and it's basically like they have a revenant and you just copy and paste him, but the revenant represents the summoner demon, and then you just copy and paste him into your map, and then you'll have the summoner demon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can show you how to do it sometime if you need help. But basically,
so it's a summoner like one of the bosses out of like the regular game?
He's not like a boss. He's just like another demon, but... Oh boy, there's a bunch of people up here. But people are using them as bosses in their maps, because what's happened is like basically the summoner has replaced the Baron of Hell as like the main bad boss. And, oh, by the way, I got 25 health, so I might go down soon. But people are just using... Yep, I'm down. So people are using summoners to replace Barons of Hell as like the final bosses in their maps. Okay.
Down.
Shit. Ah, damn. Oh shit, I'm down too. Oh, this is bad. I think we're gonna lose.
Nope.
Oh sweet, we're still alive. This way. Well, I'm glad it's not like one death, you're done. Because, like, that would have been it for us if that was the case.
Oh, I know. It's been the end of it. I guess it's always that fine line between, like, players die too much and, like, making a map that's still fun.
Right. Well, for me, part of the fun is the, caring about not dying. And there's definitely a fine line there. You know, you don't want to make it so easy. But at the same time, you should be a little bit forgiving. You know, I don't think you should make it like, well, if you die one time, then that's the end of the map, because otherwise it's gonna kind of suck.
Oh yeah, there's a good chance you're not gonna finish.
Right. So I like that he didn't end the game on us on one death, you know. Because, I mean, with all those freaking demons, it's not that hard to get killed.
Really, you just gotta get put in a bad spot, you know?
Oh, damn. I walked into some fire and got burned. Alright, thank you. Oh boy. Yep, I'm down again.
Oh, wow.
Well, he teleported up to where I was and got me.
I guess I'm still not even used to really fighting these too much.
Got him. It's kind of weird how the animation is, like he doesn't just die.
Oh, damn it, I hit something.
I feel like there might be a secret in here somewhere.
I bet there's one somewhere. I feel like you gotta jump up there.
Oh, I think this might be it here. Oh, nice. I love that fisheye lens effect. Boom. That's it.
Ooh, victory!
Okay. It didn't say victory. Is it? What's it doing?
I feel like it has to be over though.
Okay, yeah. All right, are you back to the screen here? I'm at the voting screen.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Okay, great. Oh, that map for sure is getting a vote up. No questions asked. Just being a little laggy here. Okay, there we go. Vote up. Co-op custom geo campaign. Is there a different one? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Wow. Hey, we actually ranked pretty decently. Nice. So, what did you think of Deimos Entryway Update 2.0?
You know, sometimes you play a map and it's really hard to appreciate all like what's there, especially with like the flames and everything, but you definitely got the feel that that was something that somebody really took the time to make, so I thought it was really well put together, and that's why I voted up on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, holy crap. The custom geo was just insane. Like, off the charts. Like, it's one of those maps where you just sort of look around at the atmosphere, and there's so much going on visually that you almost can't even process it. Like, it's so baroque and so detailed that even when you go exploring and you're like looking for secrets, you still never feel 100% like you've explored everything. Like, there's just so much of this map visually happening on the screen. It's just absolutely amazing that somebody made this custom geo.
No, it was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, and you know what? I also really like the when you were sort of going through those hallway sections. You know, I noticed this isn't a 100% custom geo map. Like, I noticed that there were sections where we would be going through. Like, this is a reskinned module map in many ways. Like, I mean, there's definitely grid rooms happening, but a lot of it is modules that are just sort of painted over with blocking volumes and props. And I like that fusion.
You have to like that in a map, though.
I do like it. I do like it.
I don't think it's adding like its own touch. You know.
I don't think a map has to be just a bunch of grid rooms. Like, you know, I like it when authors take advantage of all the resources that they have available, and sometimes the right call is to take a pre-made module and just alter it to make it work for your map, and that's what this author did. It's, you know, it's not always about, you know, what can I do with a grid room. Sometimes the best thing to do is to reskin a pre-made module and make it work for your map. It's all about what is good for the map. And in this case, like, I really like the fact that he had a fusion going on between big open grid rooms of custom geo, and then you'd move into like these little hallway sections that felt very claustrophobic, and those were more of the repainted modules that I think served the map pretty well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the gameplay really did. There was one point, though, and I do remember, where we were having a hard time kind of finding our way. That's the only thing that really sticks out in my mind as a kind of the low point of the gaming experience. As there was a moment that we ended up having to go find a turn, which could be us just not playing good, but...
Yeah, I mean, but it's hard to say. I mean, there's only so much of that you can blame on a map. At some point, it's also of, like, you know, the fact that we don't know where we're going because it's the first time we played it, you know?
I think you...
As far as getting lost is concerned... Okay, as far as getting lost is concerned, sometimes it's fair to blame it on the map, and sometimes it's fair to blame it on the player. One way maybe you could say you could blame it on the map is that a lot of this map looks the same I don't mean like the same, like he just repeated the geo and everything, but like the design aesthetic, the overall look of the map is consistent throughout the entire map. So because of that, it's kind of easy to get turned around because a lot of the map kind of has the same visual appearance as the rest of the map, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful, and a lot of action too. This wasn't just a visual map. This also had a lot of great gameplay in it as well, because you know, you had all those weapons, and there were lots of demons to fight. And you know what? As far as balancing is concerned, the author gave us a lot of great weapons. Like I had the super shotgun, rocket launcher, frickin' a shotgun with grenade launch attachment, gauze cannon. I had some damn good weapons, but you know what? I actually had a reason to have them because there were so many enemies I was fighting that that I needed those weapons. And even so, even with all those good weapons, like the combat was so intense that we both ended up getting taken down at some point. So.
Yeah, I tried to, yeah. I mean, it's all about those pinpoint parts in the map. It happens whenever you have a big battle. It's very easy for you kind of get just surrounded at a point. So it was good that the game didn't end, that we went down.
Oh, exactly.
That
like I was
very
really
unfortunate.
I was really worried for a minute that this was one of those maps where you only have one life, and if you go down once, then you're toast. And I was very happy to see that that was not the case. And maybe he gave us a point penalty for death. That might be the case. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm glad that he didn't just, end the match just the first time we went down, because it's honestly, it's so easy to get knocked down in this map because there are so many of those instances where you're in an area and there's just Barons of Hell, Summoners, Mancubus, like all the toughest dudes. There's just a ton of them packed into one little area, and the odds of you getting through that unscathed are pretty minimal, even if you are a talented player. There was some good challenge in this map. It wasn't holding your hand. It wasn't super easy, but it also gave you some good challenge to sort of grapple with, and I like that. I always say, like, if I die one time in the map, then that's, to me, the perfect amount of challenge.
Oh, absolutely. I was actually going to make a comment on that earlier, that it's kind of like the target range, that a good player will die once or twice.
Right.
Okay player might die 4 or 5 times. But like maybe a great player plays through first time and doesn't die. I mean, you kind of have like that mentality with a map, and it definitely kind of had like that level of skill required. I mean, we died once, and I think we're okay, if not good players. So
yeah,
that kind of gauged the like difficulty in the map. The map is kind of, you're not just going to be an okay player and probably play through and not die, unless you played it already a couple times.
Well, the difficulty balancing of the map for me was really well done, because like I never felt like the map was holding my hand and it was a cakewalk. I always felt like everything I did mattered. Like all the health I grabbed, all the armor I grabbed, all the fights I had, like it mattered how well I played and whether or not I got beat up and all of that. And it mattered like how well you did, but it also didn't. It wasn't so brutal where you're just dying constantly and you don't care, because that happens also. Like people just throw the kitchen sink at you, and it's like, okay, Baron, Mancubus, and it's like you just die constantly, and you give up because it doesn't matter, because you die so often that you're not invested in playing well. And that did not happen in this map at all. Like, even though it was tough and there was a lot that you had to go up against, you felt like you were adequately equipped to deal with it. There was ammo and armor and health, and there were the resources that you needed to do well, and I felt like it was really well balanced for that reason. There wasn't much of a story that I could tell. I mean, it was kind of just like get point A to point B and fight demons. But that didn't really bother me. I mean, I still had plenty of fun. I don't.
Well, how can you really knock on a map for being that though? That's Doom. Doom is move room to room and kill demons. So,
well, even
for me, that's always something I honestly always really like that in a map because it shows that you're progressing, that you're moving forward. So for me, the standard Doom type of map still is something I really like because it's true to what I think of Doom. When I play Doom, I think of playing through it. And that's one thing I really did like about this map. It was a Doom map, you know?
Right. Well, even one of the Doom founders, John Carmack, said, in a first-person shooter, story is like having a story in a porno. It's expected to be there, but nobody really cares about it.
It's all about the gameplay.
Exactly, it's all about the action.
Yeah, is it a fun game? Do you get to choose guns? Is combat laid out in such a way that it's enjoyable?
Yeah, well, and for me, so much of the story is just told in the visual of the map. It's like you don't need a silly story for this map. It's like the geo tells the story of the map. Like, you can tell, like, it looks like there was some sort of Mars facility, and then some sort of hell invasion just sort of happened on it, and you can just sort of see through the geo how it looks like hell sort of just collided with the facility because you have all these floating hell bricks and things, and there was just an infusion of sort of hell props with UAC props in a way that I think visually told a story better than some sort of poorly written dialogue could have.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, do you want to just go ahead and do some favorite, least favorite?
I've always been a sucker for detail. So when I see a map that has a lot of detail, a lot of time put into it, obviously that's something that I am going to recognize and be like, yes, somebody took time to make this map, so, and wanted to create a setting, a feeling for when you first enter it. So on that end, I'd have to say, above all else, that was my favorite part of the map, was just seeing that it had a full, I don't even know what the best way to describe it is, but it's a complete map in the way that from start to finish everything has detail. It's very hard to maintain when you make a map because it's easy to put so much detail into like an intro room or a finale room, and then the middle can be kind of dry. So to see it start to finish, there was detail, there was the little things that individually are hard to notice, but as a set you realize it while you're playing through. That was probably my favorite thing about it.
So just sort of the detail overall in the custom geo and just all of the visual?
Yeah, I would say as a gameplay it plays more or less the way you would expect it to. It's a run and gun shoot, good level intensity. But I think what might make it better than what I'd say would just be an okay or good map is the fact that there is the attention to detail.
Absolutely. I mean, the geo is like straight up 10 out of 10. Like, I'm not one of those people that likes to like put rates on things. Like, when you're describing like a map that gives you this sort of intangible experience, a lot of people will be like 7.3 out of 10. That's how I really feel. But like for me, I like to discuss like, you know, just sort of everything about the map. But you know, if I had to put a rate on it, the visuals would, for me, I would say deserve a 10 out of 10.
I'd disagree. I'd say a 9 because I don't believe in giving 10s. 10s is unattainable. But a 9's pretty good.
So, but doesn't 9 just sort of automatically become the new 10 at that point?
No, because you can always have like a a 9.1 or a 9.2. You know, I mean, like, I would say from what I saw, now granted, I didn't take the longest times running around looking at things. I looked at a lot of things and I liked what I saw. I would say 9 out of 10 when it comes to attention to detail on the smaller things.
Okay.
Obviously, there's always room for improvement, but what I saw was really good.
Okay, well, I mean, can you say what you would improve upon as far as visuals?
It's not even the visuals part that's really wrong, though. It's just, I guess, because my biggest critique with the map is it'd be possible to play that map through really quickly.
Oh, well, I'm just saying as far as visuals. I mean, even though like it probably would, in my opinion, it would probably deserve a 10 out of 10. Just overall, maybe the only.
But I guess that's a difference in opinion though, because I never give a 10. Like.
Okay, well, I mean, if that's your policy, my thing is like if I can't identify something that the map did wrong, and I love everything else about the map, then it's a 10 out of 10. Like, you know, if it was like that there was one major flaw, like maybe if we had like literally only one life and it just ended early for us, I would say like, well, you know, I give it a 9 out of 10 because it would have been nice to have more than just one life.
I thought we were just talking about the visuals.
I know. Well, I'm saying
that's
yeah.
What I meant, like 9 out of 10 for visuals. It was really good. There was a lot of effort.
Well, but that's my point. Is like if I'm fine with you giving a 9 out of 10, but I think you have to be able to come up with a reason why it didn't get that 10 out of 10. Like there has to be at least one thing where you can say like, okay, well, that could have been done better. You know, because if you have no reason why you're not giving it, then you're just.
I guess. There were things I saw that could be more. Like the setting was great. The setting would lead up to a 10 out of 10 map, but there wasn't the level of custom geo that I would say would make it to a 10. It was really good. I was really impressed by playing it. Don't get me wrong at all.
Okay.
When I say that, but.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, can you give, like, some kind of an example of, like, maybe an area of the map where you were like, oh, that's kind of phoned in, or, like, was there anything about the map visually where you felt like it could have been better? Because to me, honestly, like, I never had that experience in this map where I saw something about the geo and I thought, like, he got lazy on that. Like, everything I saw on this map was, like,
it doesn't necessarily have
badass.
To be, like... It doesn't have to necessarily be like something's wrong, I guess is what I'm saying. Is you can have something that there's nothing wrong. You can look at it and be like, there's nothing wrong with this. But it doesn't by default make it a 10, I guess, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to have your 10 rating be this unattainable plateau of perfection that you'll never ever ascribe to any map, then yeah, I guess it wasn't that. But as far as I'm concerned, like
I guess for it to be a 10 out of 10, it would have to be something totally new, something different, something I had never seen before. Everything I'd seen was good. It was done very well. It was made very well indeed. I have very, very little bad to say about the map, but there could have been areas where, and I hate to say even more was done because the map was made the way it is, but
yeah,
there could have been like another level to it that would have made it, I guess I was always impressed, but I was never like blown away at anything I saw. There was never like a moment where something really crazy happened, like there was a big explosion or anything like that. So it was always lacking that great climax for me.
Oh, so you're not even talking about the visuals anymore. You're just talking about sort of the feel of the map. Like there was never
well,
like
visuals play into that though. Like you have to think like there could have been like a scene or some kind of great event that happened, but it was always kind of like a level tone throughout the game. The geo was great.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always do more with geo, but
but here's the thing with that. Like, yeah, I'm sure that if this author was motivated to, he could have packed all of his geo into one module and had the best looking one tiny module that anyone has ever seen in Snapmap. But it would have been 5 minutes long, and we would have been complaining about how short it was. But by necessity,
it's not even about
you
that.
have
It's
to.
not even about that,
You
though.
can't. I mean, I think you have to be reasonable with what you can expect as far as detail in a snap map, because it has to be. You don't want to blow your wad in like one little piece of set dressing, you know?
Well, I mean, it's just. I guess it all depends on what the theme of the map is and what you're trying to. I mean, if for a Mars map, it was really good. It was really good. It gets the detail was a 9 out of 10, but I guess a 10 out of 10 is one of those few maps. Like I only give it a 10 out of 10, maybe to 0.01% of all maps. You know, like that is
Sure.
like something. Yeah, I guess that's just how my scale is, though. Like it's hard to reach that complete level of just impressed.
You've got that Norton level of standards. Well, that 10 out of 10 woman is out there, and I'm not going to settle for anything less.
And he never settled.
No, he never did.
There's nothing wrong with that when you talk about maps, though.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. I mean,
Yeah, women, it can be a problem. Yeah, women, like you better goddamn lower your standards.
oh no, he's saving himself for the right one. You know, he's just waiting for one that's worthy. That's the thing.
So when he's got 6 months left to live,
Yeah.
you know, in him, he'd have like some kind of like super powered Viagra. So he was gonna live it out to the end, which made him die even quicker.
Oh Lord.
But that's like in another like 15 years. So
My thing is like, if I think something is in a map is like really damn good, and I can't think of one single thing that I personally would have changed to improve upon it, then it's a 10 in my book. Because here's the thing.
well, that's why I don't like putting numbers though. Like numbers are very official. They're like
Well,
a stamp.
okay,
They're like
then
official level.
that's-
That's why I don't usually go to numbers.
That's
was-
a good point. I mean, I don't use numbers for that very reason, is because it's very subjective as far as like what people like and what they don't. And honestly, a rating scale doesn't tell you very much. But as far as like what I consider like the top tier, you know, if I can't think of anything that could be done to make it better, then as far as I'm concerned, it's as good as it can be. And I'm just not qualified to say that it could have been better because I don't know how it could have been better. And that's just sort of my feeling on it. Like, okay, maybe
Well,
maybe in some way.
I guess my mentality's different because I always think of like 10 out of 10 being like unachievable. It's perfection. You can never achieve perfection. Perfection would be like it's something that doesn't happen. It's almost like 110% on a test where there's no extra credit, which extra credit's always kind of BS. But
So I mean, but would you ever actually give a map that score though? Or would you just say like, no map can ever be that?
it has to take me to another level. I have to play it and really struggle to even comprehend this was even made with Snapmap.
I see.
Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, what I saw was hard work. You know, it was a good map. So that's why I hate using the number system, is it makes me default to acting like I have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it, but
why don't we go ahead and get into our least favorite thing? So, I guess I'll go first. My least favorite thing, honestly, about this map was... My least favorite thing about the map was that I was genuinely surprised when it ended. Because even though, like, the final battle was difficult, and I felt like, in many ways, it did feel like a final battle, I wasn't sure that it was actually the finale. Like, there wasn't anything that kind of gave me the impression, like, okay, this is it. This is the final battle. And once it was completed, I never really felt like, okay, there's not going to be anything else. And then when I went ahead to that room and I pressed the hell switch and it ended the map, it was like, oh, okay, I guess it's done now. Like, it was just sort of like a sudden ending, and I didn't feel like I had earned the ending.
Saying, Jordan.
You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying, because basically there could have been a like some kind of like
more fanfare, maybe, as far as like the final
there could
battle.
Have been like a clip, or there could have been a point of interest, or something that led you to believe that this was the great finale. It kind of falls into that the whole thing you were saying earlier about the story. You're not really sure what you're going to, what the end game is. So when you get there, you're not really sure. It ends up being, you know, you got to switch to press, and then you have that tunnel view. But I guess you never really realize how close you are to getting there, which is kind of what. I don't think there's really anything wrong with the map. I honestly don't. But that's one thing that is unfortunate about the map, but it all depends on what the author's going for, is that I feel like, you know, we took as much time as it took for us to play through, but we also like had the intent that we were going to look for secrets and stuff. I think if somebody goes and has a real run and gun go at it, they can play through really, really quick. Mm-hmm. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing if that's what you want.
No, that's actually a good thing as far as like replayability. It's like if you're shooting for a high score, you don't want to play a map that's like an hour long. You want to play a map that's like 15-20 minutes. And I feel like this map is one of those maps where you could probably blast through it in like 15 minutes if you know what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Even if you don't know what you're doing, because assuming you don't get turned around in that one area that we got turned around, where we kind of like were wandering about for a minute, it's really pretty straight through. There's obviously the secrets, but that doesn't really give any immediate advantage to a player.
Yeah.
Everything that really leads through is you can follow the point of interest. So from like a runner playing through, I could see 15 minutes, maybe even 10, if they're real trigger happy and don't mind dying.
Well, and that was another small problem I had with the map, and by small I mean like the smallest of small, is that there were a couple of secrets that I found where it was like the Doom dolls, and it just said like secret found, but it never told me like what I got from finding them. Like it didn't.
I think you literally just got the secret.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, to me that doesn't mean anything. It's like, okay, I found a secret. Like, are you gonna award me some extra points for it, and like tell me?
That's what I always like doing in my games with my secrets. Is like, not only does it give you a way to gauge, like when somebody played through, like how many secrets they found, but it also gives a way for someone to kind of feel rewarded for their act, because just getting like a secret given to you with nothing else attached to it, it doesn't I mean, unless you're trying to like meet your weekly quota on something, you know.
Well, I mean, to me, it's just kind of pointless. It's like, why, why find a secret, and if it's just gonna say like secret found, but not tell me like, do I get anything from it? Like, is it just like, oh, feel good that you found something? Like, to me, it's like, that's like the ultimate blue balls. It's like, man, it's like, I wish I would have like known that would have done something for me, or like it could have done something for me.
Or you make your secrets pragmatic, like something like a super shotgun if it's not available, or mega health. You know, you can. Not all secrets have to be like a legit secret. They can just be like you went somewhere and you found something you probably would like to have.
Well, and my thing too is like, even if it's just a secret, like, oh, you got into a weird area that, you had to do a bunch of parkour to get into. Like, hey, here's a bunch of points. Like, at least give them points. Like, because you can give somebody a bunch of points and it's not going to upset the balance of the combat of the rest of the map moving forward, but it will give the player a little something extra where, like, yeah, maybe you notch up a little bit higher on the leaderboard because you found this secret,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Alright, so I think you're due a least favorite on this map. I've given my least favorite thing was just sort of the ending sort of like came a little bit suddenly, and there wasn't a bunch of lead up to it. So what would you say your least favorite thing was about the map?
I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. There's nothing I really don't like about the map. I think it plays really good. I think there's an incredible amount of detail put into it. I guess the biggest problem, if I had to really point something out and be like, this was kind of what I felt like was seriously wrong with your map, would probably have been the fact that we actually got turned around and we were trying to play through. For me personally, that is something I hate to see in any map that I make. Granted, were we playing the best? Maybe, maybe not. But you want people to be able to run through, because there's no worse feeling than playing through, coming back, and then not being sure where to go. So maybe a point of interest or something to just prevent that from going on as long as it did, because I found the way out on accident.
Right.
So, I mean, were we playing bad? Who knows? But there's a lot of bad players, and you, as a map maker myself, I always try to make it such that the players can play through and do what they got to do, but that there's safety nets in place to keep people from playing the game wrong. And I know it's that fine line, it's that really fine line between babying them and letting them play. But there's one thing that made me worry, is that other people are going to do that, and they're not going to be patient and look around, and they might just quit. So honestly, like, from my point of view, that's my biggest fault with the map, is that there's an area where you can literally,
it's just easy to get turned around.
The fact that you can think you've played through and be not sure what to do, because we reached that point. Mm-hmm. And then we searched and we found the way through, but there's never that guarantee that people are going to search. They're very, like I like to say, like the run-throughs, the people who play it really, really quick because they're just literally running through the map. There's going to be like at least maybe a decent, and when I say decent, I don't know, maybe 10, 15% of people who are going to play this map do exactly what we did and think that there's nothing else they can do and might quit. That's the only thing I'd worry about. So
a lot of the times
my philosophy's always been that you can play it bare-boned and pass the game. That's kind of like the golden rule I've always thought for like a game, because to me it makes sense, because you can be as uninvolved, disconnected from like the small parts of the game, but if you're just trying to play through and see what it's like, you can get through. So I personally always try to make sure that there's no hooks that might send a player who has that mentality out the door. Now, I would have to look at the replay to really know if we really fudged, like one of us just started sprinting and the other one followed and we got turned around that way. But
Yeah.
if it is something that is kind of like one of those parts in the game where there's nothing leading you that way, but maybe you should explore, if nothing else, I'd put a timer, and then if the player isn't progressing, make it such that a point of interest shows up. That, from our experience playing the game, that would be my honest advice.
Oh, and that's something I did in my map antivirus. It's like if you spend too much time where you haven't either grabbed the dude's arm or like opened a certain door, a POI will just show up after like 30 seconds where it says like, hey, go here and do this, because like I know that sometimes it's easy for people to get lost or just not notice something, and if you get to one of those choke points in your map where you're really counting on somebody to have noticed something that you think they ought to have noticed, you need to recognize that in many cases that the player just doesn't see it. And a very helpful thing to do as an author is to just sort of streamline that process. Like, hey, here's a POI just to help you along, point you in the right direction. And maybe you're saying that's something that could have been helpful in this map, is just maybe at certain points if there's too much sort of idle walking around, like maybe like, hey, here's POI.
What it is the fine line between. This is really what it is. If you really want to talk brass tacks, is there are points in a game when there's nothing else they could be doing besides looking for secrets. The expectation would be that they would know where to go, but if a minute passes and they don't move in that direction, and sometimes it's completely obvious, but that's kind of where like all the detail and the graphics almost go against the map, is that it's easy to get caught up in where you are and not notice something that in a less detailed map would be obvious.
Yeah, so that's the problem with maps that are overly detailed, is that there's so much detail on the screen, there's so much for your eye to take in. The term is Baroque, which is a term that people usually use to describe like Renaissance era paintings, which just means that there's so much on the screen, or there's so much in the picture that your eye can't really focus on any one thing. It just sort of is overwhelmed by everything at the same time. And one problem with having a map that is Baroque and very detailed in that way is if there's like a switch or a single thing that you need to interact with, you're not necessarily going to see it. And if there's a certain thing that you need to deal with, and it's very easy to just sort of miss important things when you're talking about a map that's so detailed and has so much going on. It's easy for things to just sort of get lost in the background.
No, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. That is the Achilles heel of making a good map, is that you almost have to have like safety nets in one way or another to make sure that a player doesn't miss something vital to the map.
Yeah.
Is that it's easy to get caught into looking at something that's like, wow, that's, you know, this is fun, and then seeing a POI and running, and before you know it, you've missed something you really wanted.
Yeah. Well, that's just one of those things I kind of love about Snapmap generally. It's just like it's easy to learn but impossible to master, because if you even ever get to the point that ThePhobosAnomaly, the author here, has achieved, where you're able to make maps as insanely beautiful and detailed as this, it's like, well, now you've just opened up a new set of problems, which is like, yeah, your map is nice and it's detailed, but like now you have a whole new set of problems where like somebody who just made like a blank module map could put a switch in the middle of it to open a door, and you would obviously see that switch, but that same switch in this map would easily be lost, and now it's just a new set of problems to deal with. So that was Deimos Entryway Update 2.0 by ThePhobosAnomaly, and all in all, a absolutely fantastic map. Lots of great action, lots of absolutely beautiful custom geo and scenery that you just don't often see in a Snapmap. And it's, of all things, it's co-op, so you can actually get your buddy in on the action and go ahead and play it, and it's just a whole lot of fun. And you know what? I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to give it a 10 out of 10. Some people can argue that maybe it should be a 9 out of 10. Either way, it's a very highly rated map.
For the record, that was on one aspect of the game. It was a very specific question. It was a very specific question. I would say overall, if I had to give a legit, like, what I thought of the entire game on a basis of 10, I would say for the whole thing, all the effort put together, I'd say probably a 9.5.
9.5.
Which is pretty high. I don't usually give numbers that high, but I can tell that somebody really tried to put something together here, so I always appreciate seeing that.
Right. And I don't really give numbers either. I just give my thoughts and my opinions and my feelings, and I think that this is a map people should go out and play. Deimos Entryway Update 2.0 by ThePhobosAnomaly. Fantastic map. Thank you, Friendly Fire, for helping me play it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, peace out.